Hello everyone, welcome to the Legend Hunters.
And this time we are fighting against Launch Octopus. Should we go ahead and say what...
A small video note we probably need to make is that we're doing this post-recording. Zero, what happened?
I had no fucking clue. Apparently this Let's Play is kind of cursed.
So for whatever reason, when we recorded this episode initially, the audio did not stick with the video. Or what was it? Was patchy in some parts, or
it did not record it. It did not record the actual commentary itself. It recorded all the game audio and stuff just fine, but it never recorded the actual audio that we did. So
I think this is your. Is this yours or mine?
This is your attempt because you're doing a lot better than I did.
Oh wait, yeah, I remember. Okay, so this is Launch Octopus's stage. It's the obligatory underwater stage. So naturally, jumping will allow you to go ahead and move higher than normally would because of the water.
Higher and a lot farther.
This is the submarine mini-boss.
And the first of 3, if I'm not mistaken.
No, there's only 2 of them, but there's multiple mini-bosses in this stage.
Which is kind of crazy.
Which is kind of bullshit. But, yeah, he basically likes to send out his eel serpents to attack you from multiple angles, and use a suction beam to bring you into him. He's not that difficult as far as you go ahead and do that, but the next boss, the next time you see him, you fight him in a smaller area,
which I could not fight again.
Also, as you saw earlier,
that was close.
As you saw earlier, the fire wave has a unique property in that it won't work well underwater. This is the only time that an X game actually does that sort of property management. The later ones basically let you do anything in most situations, so it doesn't become an issue.
Which is kind of weird if you ask me, but then again...
I thought it was really interesting, so...
It's a nice little touch that they did put in this game. So it just means, hey, you can't use this here. It's fire and water, they don't mix.
Right, I mean, logically that makes sense. Yeah, you can use these jet turbines to jump up to reach new areas. I think there was just life here.
Yeah, but one of them just a little bit up ahead is going to lead to a boat, which will help lead us to a secret area. Not this one.
No, not that one. It's the next one. Yeah, and even I forget that even after playing this so many times. This enemy right here, it unleashes depth charges if you try to cross underneath it, and will launch the grabber robots and. If you try to do it, up close.
Ironically, the flame move is ideal.
Fire wave really will cut him down to size really quickly. So
yeah, so that's kind of ironic considering the level.
Right.
So yeah,
it destroys most of the spike pit down there, but then this. So you can go ahead and you come down here, and there's a little mini boss.
Yep, and it's here that
you
die.
See, this is my death, and because you had drained our lives from the previous run. I had to pass the controller over to you.
Yeah, so that means I had to redo the entire level. And, god damn it.
Yeah, Launch Octopus's stage is spike-filled, and it can be really a pain in the ass for if you're not careful, if you mistime your jumps.
Yeah, and it's a shame that the initial recording didn't keep it audio, because you had a lot of puns for this level.
Well, let's say that the audio was deep 6. And that it was swimming with the fishes.
Shut up!
Oh yeah, and I believe we also missed because Launch Octopus, in the original audio, we called this thing, what did I say, Tentacle Torpedo, Hentai Warrior? Did I say something along those lines?
I think so.
It's so, this is one of the problems with post-commentary recordings, that you don't remember the exact things you said when you're recording.
Yeah, and I'm just kicking myself in the head because I don't. For one, I'm pretty sure... You know what I realized just now? When we were stopping the episode, I realized that the audio was somehow stuck.
The audio was stuck?
Like the mic itself seemed to have been stuck somehow.
Oh, like somewhere...
Like the green bar that you see for the mic was just stuck.
Like we were recording, and then suddenly it froze halfway in between.
No, more like it stopped the second we started the recording.
Huh.
And it was like stuck at like...
Oh, so
the green bar was just
So for whatever reason, okay, so that's what must have happened then.
Yeah, so it just said, fuck it, I'm not going to record it. You're just going to get the game commentary.
So yeah, this is Zero's attempt at the level.
Yeah, and...
I don't remember if you just die twice or whether you passed to me prematurely.
I think I did die twice.
Because you know what? Where you died twice? I remember.
Spikes.
Yeah,
the second sub.
The second sub. Yeah, that's right. The second sub.
As soon as I killed the first guy, I was getting used to the level a bit. But it's the freaking... Because what I wasn't expecting with the boss right here is that not only does he suck, but he also blows.
Yeah, again, prostitute boards at home.
God damn it, Leo. Yeah, so this guy was giving me a lot of hell. I was too busy trying to avoid the suction to actually hit the damn thing.
Thankfully, by this, when you die here, it respawns you outside of the boss walls. So you actually don't have to backtrack too far. Right before him, he is the checkpoint.
Yeah, I was considering cutting this out, but I didn't know how to do it, to be honest.
And honestly, with the whole thing of this level, we rather would just keep it in than try and redo it all over, especially since we already saved over the died again.
Yeah,
since we already saved over the boss. But really, this is the only point that we're kind of stalling because of the fact that you die so often on the. You died 3 times before we passed the controller and we could move on proper.
Yeah, like I said, this boss gave me a lot of hell. I haven't played this game in ages. You're more experienced with it than I am.
Right,
so.
And I think whether that has to do with just outright repetition or again, I was playing the iOS version a lot before we started doing these. So
yeah. Keep in mind, the last time I played this game, I'm pretty sure I was 8.
Okay, so one of the things that should be noted is that the password system still works. So if you have old passwords from back in the old days, and you go to the password screen at the start menu, you can input those in and jump over to wherever it is.
Yeah.
And there are some debug ones where basically it's like it gets you the armors, but you didn't actually kill any of the Mavericks. So for like cheaters, I'm pretty sure you can use those codes to start from there.
So, yeah, it's once again Leo's turn, and I believe this is the run where we actually do finish the level.
Yeah, this one goes a lot simpler.
Yeah, because you remembered everything. And...
Yeah, I mean, again, I just died once because I mistimed the platform movement, but otherwise I would have been able to do the level non-stop. It just so happened that you used all the lives beforehand, so I only had 1 shot.
Yeah, I believe that was because I was fighting against Rolling Armadillo.
Yeah, Armored Armadillo.
Armored Armadillo. See, I can't get the names right sometimes as well.
I mean, most of the names, it's not until like X5 do they not have like regular names. X5 does something really weird where basically all the names are based off of Guns N' Roses band members.
Really? That's kind of cool.
And it's only for the American release. The Japanese version has the actual original names, but for whatever reason, the American translator thought it would be nice just to put references to Guns N' Roses. So every Maverick in that game has a reference to a Guns N' Roses member.
I think someone working there was watching a bit too much JoJo.
No, actually, one of the translators was a big fan of Guns N' Roses, and that's why she did that.
Yeah.
So again, I usually use the Storm Tornado on this enemy just because of the fact that it basically will shred through it like nothing else.
Yeah.
And yeah.
There we go. The boss is dead. God damn it! I hate that thing.
Oh, trust me. This is only the beginning of Zero's rampage.
Yay. All right then. So once again, we're back here.
Alright.
So now we're taking care of this.
Down to the bottom of the ocean.
Okay, so we go down here, and here's where some shenanigans. Oh wait.
So yeah, this is the actual proper way you're supposed to be taking them on. The Storm Tornado will make mincemeat out of almost any enemy in the game. Once you go ahead and you clear that battle, you can now progress all the way to the right, carefully jumping over the spikes.
And get another heart container, and now we are maxed.
No, you are not.
We're not matched.
No,
maxed.
you're not.
I meant to say we are matched with the energy.
Okay, there you go.
With the power line.
Yeah, but that's not the highest it can go, so don't think that.
Yeah, so...
So jump over here, progress more, and you'll come to another mini-boss.
Yeah, it's another one of these little bastards. Where is he?
He digs under the sand, this one. So this one will actually hide under the sand. Yeah, that's just one of the effects from the engine and from the storm tornado.
Yeah.
But that being said, this one is more annoying if you don't have the storm tornado because it will go ahead and kill you early. It will go ahead and dive under, and you have to wait for it to pop out.
Yeah. All right. So we're at the end of the stage, and we use the armadillo's.
Rolling shield.
Yeah, that's it.
Rolling shield to go ahead and so this is launch Octopus, and boy, is this guy a pain in the ass, even with his weakness. So you have to hit him with the shield in order to do that, but he fires so many projectiles that can instantly cancel out the rolling shield that it becomes very difficult. You have to aim it over his head.
Yeah. Something I've noticed with how the capture works is that it sometimes doesn't show like the actual using of like Storm Eagle's move or like.
Well, because that has to do with the engine, not necessarily the recording.
That's true.
But the tornado attack that he keeps doing, you need to be careful not to get sucked into that because one, that is near an insta kill, and two, it will not only drain your life, but it will restore his.
Yeah, so that's a pain in the ass. And dead.
Yeah.
So that was Leo's take on Launch Octopus, and well, with that done, I guess we'll go ahead and move on to the next boss. Well, after we see the power up.
Yeah. You gotta love that victory tune. Mm-hmm. So the weapon you get from Launch Octopus is obviously the homing torpedo,
which will be very useful against the next.
It actually does have homing capabilities and will zoom in on opponents. The fully charged version will launch 4 of those Piranha-based missiles in one shot, so it has some better spread.
Yeah. So here we go. The next one, which is my turn now. We are taking on Boomer Kuwanger.
God, that is such a dorky name.
It really is. And it's the only... I'm amazed I even remember it.
Mm-hmm.
It's the one Maverick's name that's always kind of eluded me. So yeah, start off by climbing up.
Yeah,
I hate these shield guys.
Well, the shield guys aren't the problem. The problem is more the level itself, and you'll see why once you start progressing further in.
Yeah. Ow. And
so those enemies will generally, if you try to shoot them and you don't do it while they're charging up their shots, they will actually side dash out of the way of your attacks.
Alright, evade those assholes. And this area has a bit of a stealth mechanic.
Not a stealth mechanic, it's just don't go into the laser tripwires if you don't want to lose your life.
Yeah, and as you can see, I kind of suck. That thing's dead. Yeah.
I mean, it's not that the turrets are any big deal. If you know the timing, you can actually dash out of the way very easily. And like I said, it really helped. The Storm Tornado really helps when you take out those big turtle ones, those big turtle enemies.
So okay.
As far as like levels go, the reason that we chose this order is because this Launch Octopus's level, this level, and then the last level are pains in the ass to take on first.
Yeah.
Just because of the sheer amount of stuff they throw at you. Especially if you're not familiar with the game at all,
and especially this area with the spikes.
The spike corridor is a pain in the butt, but if you do get, even if you're invulnerable, you get crushed by one of those spike pillars, you are insta-died because you're crushed.
Yeah. And then here's an area that gave me a lot of trouble.
Yeah, this area is platforming hell if you're not used to doing dash jumps.
Yeah, and keep in mind the only level I was practicing before we were doing this recording session was Flame Mammoth. So I was kind of doing this area blind.
Yeah, prepare to watch a lot of flub-ups.
Yeah, so... And, oh god almighty, I'm hating myself right now. Ooh. What?
Yeah, post-commentary is hard.
I know, it's really weird. Although it does make it kind of easier because you're not.
I disagree with you entirely because unless you know what you're doing and if you flub up, then you're gonna have more footage with nothing to talk about.
That's true. That's very true.
I personally prefer just doing it live because then you have all the quips all the quips and stuff right then and there.
Yeah, kind of.
Right when you think of it. Because right here, this is one of the parts I know you were gaining because you had difficulty timing that. Because see, and then the platform pops out and then you slide down too much.
Yeah. And I have no idea what I'm doing here. I think I'm just trying to...
I also have no idea what you're doing here. Oh, you were complaining because you got shot too many times, so you're gonna put on the shield so that way you didn't have to worry about it.
Yeah, and now I got the shield on. Yeah, apparently, yeah, with the rolling...
derp.
With rolling
with rolling derp.
With rolling derp, I'm invulnerable from projectiles using the charge.
Well, you're not just so you're invulnerable. It also destroys enemies that you come in contact to. The problem is it does take a certain number of hits, and if it hits an enemy that it can't destroy, then it's going to go ahead and dissipate.
Yeah.
There's a heart tank there, but you can't get it without the weapon of this stage,
which is a pain in the arse.
Yes. So you're gonna.
But we'll be showing that off in the next episode, I believe.
Yeah, hopefully with commentary.
Oh yeah, don't worry. This is the only episode that got goofed up. I have no idea how.
All right, but yeah.
Alright, so this area also gave me a bit.
Oh yeah, I remember what happened here.
If I recall, I died.
Yeah, but you died in the most stupid way possible. So remember how I said in the earlier portion of the level that you can actually get squished underneath the staircases because of the even if you're invulnerable.
Yeah.
Well, watch what happens right here to Zero.
And dupe. I hate myself.
To be entirely fair, you didn't know that was gonna happen.
And then we had to climb all the way back.
And then you had to climb all the way back up.
Yeah, so I would fast forward this, but I want to make everyone suffer, just as I had to.
I don't know about that. I think you just get enjoyment out of watching yourself fight.
No, because I'm angry at myself right now. Oh well, at least, well, I understand this area a bit better now. I can get through it quicker.
Yeah. This isn't the only invulnerable power-up that you can get. The last weapon in the game also lets you do have like invisibility shenanigans, but it's slightly different than the way the rolling shield power-up works.
Yeah, it just makes you...
It destroys enemies that require a certain number of hits.
I see.
Anything that's under that threshold gets destroyed instantly. Anything above that threshold gets destroyed, or takes damage, but then the shield dissipates.
I see. Oop. And that was probably a derp on my account.
Yeah, no doubt. Everything's probably a derp right now. But yeah, thankfully this is going to be hopefully the last time we do post commentary.
Yeah, I am really sorry about this, guys, but because I think we had some really good commentary for this.
So you notice that when you destroy those turrets, it actually goes in one fluid motion instead of stopping. Instead of stopping and going in a certain. It stops all the way forward and all the way back. It doesn't actually do middle stops like the ones with turrets on top of them do.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
No, that's part of their. I guess their mechanic, I would say. And these ones specifically will go ahead and they will pair themselves so that they become a nice little step ladder for you once you clear out the second one.
Alright.
Or you can just,
climb
up the wall like we didn't think of.
Again, another derp.
Well, still, you're a derp.
Yeah.
But I digress. So we're at the boss, and obviously, since we're going to weakness, sort of the weakness is the homing torpedo. And boy, howdy is it the weakness.
Yeah.
Because this boss is a pain without it.
Uh-huh.
So, Boomer Kuwanger likes to flash step all over the arena. And he will go ahead and make it very difficult for you to hit him.
So, word of advice, climb up on the walls and fire the mist.
Climbing up the walls is slightly useful. He will still go ahead and throw his boomerang up there to hit you.
And if he grabs a hold of you, he will send you flying.
Yeah. You can see... Oh, I had to burn a sub-tank, otherwise you have to do the whole thing over again.
Alright.
So, that's how you take care of that. Generally speaking, he's really difficult without his weakness. With his weakness, he's tolerable.
Yeah, and there we go.
There you go. You don't want to use the charge shot for this one because the charge shot moves faster, and if it moves during a flash step, it won't home in on him properly. The slower projectile speed of the regular homing missiles will be able to get derped again.
Yep.
We'll be able to do that.
Alright, so with Boomer Kuwanger defeated, we get the next ability, which is the Boomerang Cutter.
Yeah, the Boomerang Cutter has a unique property in that aside from curling up on a standing shot and going down on a jumping shot, it also can grab nearby items.
And if you recover your boomerang, you recover one little line of the energy bar.
Correct.
So it's a good move.
Sorry to cut you off, but in the next episode we're going to take on Stinky Million.
Alright, later guys. Ciao.